So object-oriented programming. From time to time, you might be asked how exactly it works. So pretty much there are four concepts about it. You've got abstraction, polymorphism, encapsulation, and inheritance. So let's start with abstraction. The whole idea is that you hide every single complex implementation and whatnot from the user, and what he sees is only few methods from whatever class that you provided that he actually wants to use, and he doesn't care about any internal variables or internal implementations. That's beyond him. He only cares about the solutions that have been provided. Another thing is inheritance. So imagine that you want to create different species. Let's say you have humans, you have some animals, and let's say that both humans and animals can have age. So pretty much when you implement age, you create some class like a living thing or whatever you may call it, and you might inherit a human and animal from that, so that they both already have some implementations regarding age, and you don't need to rewrite some code. You just reuse the code that you've already written. It's pretty helpful and useful. The another thing is encapsulation. So imagine that you have three keywords: public, protected, and private. The idea is that whatever is public will be accessed from anywhere, and anything really can access the variable, as long as the scope is correct. For the protected, you can only use this variable inside the class that actually implements this variable and in the classes that inherit from this class. For the private, you can only use the variable in this class that implements this variable and nowhere else. So that's the encapsulation. You just encapsulate the data, so what can be visible from the outside, it's what can be visible on the inside and how it exactly would work. So the other thing is actually polymorphism, and answering the polymorphism question also answers the virtual question. The whole idea behind the polymorphism is that you create a virtual table called vtable, and also the invisible pointer called a vpointer that actually points to this table of pointers to a certain methods. The idea is that you point to the lowest possible implementation of the virtual method, so that whenever you create a certain object, you will use the lowest possible implementation of the method that you marked virtual, so that you will get whatever behavior that you expected it to have. That's the whole idea behind the polymorphism, and that's the whole idea behind virtual. You just dig down deep to the lowest possible implementation, and the idea is that you, let's say, have different behaviors on a different objects. So you can have a base type pointers that were created with some inherited classes, and they will pretty much just have different behaviors from the vpointers. That will allow you to have different whatever solutions to your program, having an array of base class pointers. So that would pretty much be the whole correct answer to the question about object-oriented programming. Of course, if you are interested, you can just look up how exactly the vtable works and how you can use that in your programming, as well as the virtual keyword regarding the methods, of course, because we can also have other, let's say, solutions in different languages. But that's the answer for C++, and yeah, thank you for watching.